highly competitive world of financial services, being able to offer the end user more access and convenience is something that more and more credit unions are taking advantage of. Today we're joined in studio by SaraBang, who is the CEO of FSCC, and we're talking about shared branching and how that is really revolutionizing the delivery system, if you will, of financial services.
The average credit union in the United States today has 3 branches. Well, suddenly you have 6,200 locations to send your members to. That's a big advantage. For credit unions who open their doors to other members, they earn additional income. So when a member of another credit union comes into their location, they are earning income on each transaction they perform for a shared branch member.
Well, there's been so much talk lately of mergers, some of the smaller credit unions getting gobbled up by the larger credit unions. So is this a way for the smaller player to sort of stay in the game then?
Absolutely. This helps a smaller credit union compete not only against other credit unions, but certainly against the banks. And certainly shared branching helps credit unions compete against the banks that have hundreds and hundreds of locations.
Now, for some credit unions, smaller credit unions that worry that, okay, I'm going to join this shared branching and then my member is going to start going, 2 miles away by his home to do his banking, and I'm going to lose that potential member.
That's a very valid point, but the point is you stand a greater chance of losing that member because if you don't participate in shared branching, I mean, if the other branch is closer to their home, they're driving past that other branch every day. At some point they're going to say, why am I driving all this way to my credit union branch when there's another branch close by? And our research supports this, if you participate in shared branching, you have a better chance of retaining that member.
So we were talking off camera about some of the unique opportunities that your company specifically has created, like these kiosks.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that, and why is that a greater convenience?
We're providing shared branch services at 7-Eleven stores, 2,200 of them throughout the United States. These are kiosks where a member can do virtually any transaction they can do in a branch, but they're doing it, at a stand-up kiosk. So not only are people able to use the kiosk, during regular business hours, but we're seeing the biggest volumes are Friday nights and Saturdays with Sundays. So, what we know about credit union members is they are married and they tend to be married to working spouses. Who's got time to go to the credit union on Thursday at 10 o'clock, when the credit union, our credit unions can't be open 24/7, but these locations are open 24/7.
What are the numbers showing you of people who are using it? And is there a breakdown of demographic that, more people look for the convenience, the 24 access?
We know intuitively it's the younger members. And one of the things we know about Gen Y and Gen X and Gen Y is that they don't want to stand in line and talk to a teller. In fact, the less human contact, the better for some of those folks.
For credit unions that are not participating in share branching, they're not offering that to their members.
Right.
What would be the benefit beyond the fact that the convenience? I mean, will they then, if they don't have, say, the funds right now for the latest and greatest technology, does the interface allow them the access to that technology, and is it very cumbersome to add into their process?
Yes. Well, our interface is now enabling credit unions to offer cutting-edge technological services without having to make the big investment. We've made the investment on behalf of all of our credit unions. So when you get the shared branch interface, you can choose to offer mobile. You can choose to offer remote deposit capture. Remote deposit capture is amazing. It's wonderful. We're offering this in conjunction with our partners at EastCore. But what happens is the member, using a home scanner, the one that they do the photos for grandma on, they can scan their check and make their deposit from home. And I mean, imagine the convenience. I mean, we have just taken the credit union branch and brought it into somebody's home office.
And what are you excited about with the future of where you're going and where your company is going, the new opportunities that you see? What are you excited about? And I'm asking you because you also told me that you are very active on Twitter.
One of the things that we're seeing, and I'm so excited about it, the kiosks are a way for credit unions to get to younger members. There's no two ways about it. You know, for financial institutions to be here in the next 5 or 10 years, we have to figure out a way to serve the Gen Xers and Gen Yers. And they're not going to stand in line. You know, they want convenience, what they're used to in convenience. Now, I'm not sure we know how to reach them, but we're employing Facebook, we're employing Twitter, we're employing blogs, we're doing all kinds of things. And from a business standpoint, a B2B standpoint, we are now starting to get sales based on tweets. It's a whole different demographic. They're not reading the, you know, the state association newsletter. They're going out to the internet and looking for tweets and doing and blogs, and that's how they're finding it. So it's a learning experience for us. I'm not sure I have the answer, but it's pretty exciting.
Well, Sarah, thanks so much for talking with us today. It was a great conversation, great information. Biz Kids